From KVOA, investigating for you. This is News for Tucson, live at 5.
And we begin with the latest on the wildfires burning here in southern Arizona. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney.
And I'm Angelique Lazardi. The Beehive Fire currently burning in a rugged terrain just north of Nogales. The fire is burning in Santa Cruz County, 15% contained at this time, and it has now burned 7,000 acres. The fire started northwest of Nogales around 6:30 p.m. That was on Friday and quickly spread over the weekend.
News for Tucson's Cristiana Ramos spoke to residents who live nearby, and she is live from Arivaca with more on what they had to say. Cristiana.
This is what people are seeing from their homes here in Arivaca. A dome of smoke in the sky behind me there, the Beehive Fire, as hundreds of firefighters fight to get it under control. Residents in Arivaca spent the weekend living in a dome of smoke.
My uncle's down in the valley. It's definitely harder for them to breathe, especially with the heat and the smoke combined. It's not easy.
Kristen Javier can see the massive fire from her backyard.
Throughout the next few days, it just gradually grew.
The Beehive Fire quickly spreading on the east and northern ends, thanks to dry vegetation and windy conditions.
RH is allowing the vegetation to really dry out.
Crews not only having to work against the extreme heat, you can see from this video the fire that's burned 7,000 acres, located in a remote canyon with rough terrain.
It's able to creep around through those crevices, which is not so easy for us to do.
Coronado National Forest says crews have had to hike miles to get in position, flying firefighters over the flames and dropping them down to battle the blaze.
We have two different types of buckets we're using on this fire. We have one that does just a full drop,
dipping into Arivaca Lake.
The other type we're using is one that allows us to open it a little bit at a time.
Kristen remaining vigilant too.
It's definitely worrisome. I don't really want to leave home, and I kind of want to just focus on making sure that the grounds, the grass is as far away from the house as possible.
Good news is residents are safe for now. We are told by the Coronado National Forest that there are no evacuations issued for the area. No homes or structures are threatened by the fire. But Coronado National Forest does tell us that they're asking people to be careful, think twice before setting off any fireworks tomorrow for the 4th of July. We should be getting another update here soon at 6 p.m. So make sure that you stick with News for Tucson on air and online. In Arivaca, Cristiana Ramos, News for Tucson.